Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Alabama's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Well, that wasn't the start they were looking for on offense. They're trying to be aggressive. First play of the game and throw it. Bad decision by the quarterback, though, leads to an INT.
So Miami's offense will go to work for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Back to pass, it's Perkins. Buys a little extra time. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead is 8. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
that MiAMi offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
To the ground, he's got it again. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. No matter who's been leading the program, MiAMi always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is...
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Hurricanes! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Here comes the two-point try. Trying to power it in. He goes airborne, and he's in there, and the two-point try is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Here he comes with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell.
From the gun, running back on the move. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. They'll go right back to him. Finds a crease at the 20. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the ball carrier really showed up for his offense there, right? Down in your own end, within your own 10-yard line, you need someone to step up and make an explosive play happen. You got to make people miss and give yourself some room to work and operate and really get this drive going. He did exactly that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Looking for a man, it's Perkins. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Powers forward. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting a touchdown.
They'll try to blast their way in. Dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He'll try it again. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to him again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the Canes want to move quickly. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Hurricanes with the 1st and 10.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The inside handoff. strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Looking downfield, it's Perkins. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Canes are rolling down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Jumped on top of the pile. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Snap in the shotgun. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Here comes the 2-point try. On the ground. And they're able to get him down.
And they decided to try to run. Play, he got 2 yards. One more, they fall short.
To kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you...
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Wide out in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. And here comes that MiAMi offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. To the air, it's Perkins. Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch at the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Trying to punch it in. Tripped up for the tackle.
And they got him on the ground just short of the 1-yard line. The running back, you could tell he wanted to get in there, wanted to use his power and try to fall forward, but a nice job of tackling by the defense and making that thing fall just short.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. The ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Alabama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And back to the air on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
Wants to throw. It's Perkins. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sampson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes that MiAMi offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll start the third quarter with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Hurricanes are on the move.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Line getting set on second down. Leaves it with the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Perkins. Got his man out of the backfield. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He's got it. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown Tide. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Sampson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. First down here for the offense. They'll give it on the counter. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now.
Personal
But
foul.
it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a...
Fires one high and deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Canes!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And they'll try to tack on 2. They'll try to pound their way in. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. And the Canes will hustle to the line.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. The Tide offense rolls onto the field.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and MiAMi is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. To the end zone, and is picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here comes that MiAMi offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play. 2nd and long from the 11. They'll go to the ground. It's a fumble. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
You just wonder about this guy's confidence right now. After fumbling in his last game, he's just fumbled again now. He seems like he's a little bit unsure of himself, and because of that, if you're the offensive coordinator, how many more times do you want to go back to this guy in this game?
They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wants to go up top. Gets rid of it. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. They'll put the tight end in motion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to surge it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He'll set up to throw. Escapes trouble. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the 1st down. The defense was offside.
50, Alabama, 34.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on.
He lofts one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the route is on. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Paul. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll throw it on 1st down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Pulls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. That last completion still leaving them with a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
And here comes that MiAMi offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. They'll go full wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. The sweet feet buy a little time. Gonna try, and he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game.
Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Perkins. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Makes the grab over the middle.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Ripping through the defense. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Pressure coming. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Grabs it inside the 10. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
You just can't allow that to happen defensively. It's 4th in California. You're in a big zone defense. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. You can't let them pick that up. Somebody's got to make a play on the football, swat it away, get the interception, get off the field. What are we doing?
He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Wants to pass. He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and now we have a two-possession game. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's taking the deep shot. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right,
and it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown time.
how fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Looking for the two-point try. They'll go to the air. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the two-point conversion attempt is stopped. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wants to throw on first down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you know what? You kind of deserve it. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot. Just gave him a little bit of hope.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It's now 3rd down.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And here comes that MiAMi offense back onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Keeps looking downfield. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over to the offense like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Only 14 seconds to play, the hands team on the field, and it'll come down to this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. A first down for the offense. He's gonna pass. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. To throw, it's Perkins. Got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.